So, more examples. Finding the equation of a line from m equals 2/3 and y-intercept of 0,5. And then find the equation from a graph. Remember that your equation should be in the form of y equals mx plus b. Okay, equation y equals mx plus b then. So, we know that the m is what we call the slope, agreed? So, the slope. We also know that our v value is what we call the y-intercept, or 0, b. Okay, so our slope is, in this case, giving us 2/3. And y-intercept is giving us 0, -5. So we can technically fill in just each of the equations. So we know everything we need for the equation. So equation y equals, and our slope was given us 2/3, so 2/3 x, plus the v value, in this case, the y-intercept, -5. So plus times -5. We don't like to see plus minus 5. It makes it a little bit tricky to see when we have that. So instead, let's make it easier. Simplify the sign. Positive times a negative always gives us a negative, right? So in that case, our equation becomes y equals 2/3 x minus 5. And there is our equation. Agreed? So we found the formula, or the equation, just by noticing that they gave us everything. They gave us the slope and the y-intercept. All we had to do was fill in the blanks. And now let's try to find the equation from a graph. So there's a graph. And in this case, our graph, well, we can see where our y-intercept is from our graph, agreed? Our y-intercept is at 0, b, the v value is, well, there it is, -4, right? So 0, -4 is our y-intercept. So we can spot it from our graph in this case. And notice that we want to pick location where intersect exact corners of our grid. It makes it easier to count. So in this case, we can go with a large triangle to show where it intersects. So this is at 6, up and over 3. So we go up 6 squares and over 3 squares until we meet the next corner, in other words. Or you can also use smaller triangles to reference this up. So you can go up 2 and over 1. And this will give you your slope, right? How much you go up and how much you go over until you meet the next exact square. In other words, to make it easier. You don't want to go halfways or partially, because it's hard to tell the exact value, right? So you want to go squares, or at the location where they intersect the exact square. So our slope in that case, our slope m equals, then we have it in two forms, 6/3, or likewise we can call it 2/1, whichever one you prefer, right? But do remember, if you go with the larger values, 6/3, you still have to simplify. So you're going to have to divide. 6 divided by 3 will give you 2, right? Or 2/1, which overall 2 divided by 1 is just, to remember, a fraction implies division. So if you divide and get an exact number, you're done. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. Our slope is 2 then. So finally, our equation, y equals our slope of 2, and the y-intercept that we previously found is -4. So y equals 2x minus 4 is our equation in this case. Hooray, we found both of our examples here, the equation for both.